So this is your office, this is where you kind of work and speak?
Yeah, that's where I work.
And here is your
studio. And that's my studio.
Okay, we'll go there now, have a little look.
It's my workplace. I write here, and draw here, and I paint here. And then this is where I put them.
And the tapestry here, can you tell us through
this tapestry is a child from Egypt. And this is Palestinian. They have a workshop in Beirut.
And this is one of your paintings here?
They usually dry when they are on, but this is dry already because I stopped a month ago.
And can you tell us about this photograph?
This is in Mexico, isn't this beautiful? A friend of mine who has a museum in Zurich. This is Mount Cernin. So she knows I like mountains, so she sent me this card whenever.
They're beautiful.
Look. I can't go there anymore because I can't go up.
Yeah, so
but I love mountains. You know, we think we progress. We don't progress, we change.
Yeah.
Because people who did that couldn't be less intelligent than we are. I mean, this is nonsense.
No, that's actually more sophisticated.
Their mind was even maybe stronger, you see.
Yeah, to kind of create.
They were wilder.
And so you paint here and you write. Why did you do two desks to paint and write? Because you separate?
And you see, for example, I have canvas here. And these are the hues. Yellows, this is blue, green. When I will start in a few days, I will bring them and put them here. Yes. I love colors.
And do you hang them here then to kind of see
These
what they
are older ones, you can tell.
They're the older ones compared to the new ones.
These are new ones.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
So I am waiting for the summer to go to Brittany.
Oh, Brittany?
On Bretagne.
Oh, lovely.
2 months. I hope at least a month that we have.
The Irish Museum of Modern Art has a solo exhibition by the artist Etel Adnan, and we're here today in her studio and home in Paris, where we're going to have a conversation about her work, her life and themes relating to the exhibition. So I'm glad to introduce now Etel Adnan. What painters inspire you?
The artists I like most, really when, this last, I don't know, 40 years, I like the American photographers. I like the photographers of nature. America has some of the great nature photographers like Ansel Adams, Weston, Minor White. There was a guy before them called Watkins, because nature is so spectacular in the American West that it created great artists also, but the great painters of nature, of landscape painters, were not in fashion because abstract expressionism took their own place, and then what we call abstract art, and now postmodern. So, well, with the postmodern landscape may come back. But it's too bad because great American landscape painters were more marginal. One of them is Georgia O'Keeffe. She's a very great landscape painter. Now photography is very much on the mind of the people. And then last year we had performances taking first stage. But oil is coming back, acrylic in oil. So that's what they call postmodern, which means the emphasis isn't on style anymore. No. It's on the merit of the work. Let's speak of what I know. Yeah. San Francisco, the city of San Francisco, has some 10 readings a day in the cafes, in the universities, in the cultural institutions. even in little places with two people attending, sometimes they're the best. So poetry, but the publishers, they don't sell, if a publisher sells 200 copies, it's really the friends of the poet and 200 copies. Now, there are a few famous poets, and in fact, they are sold because they are used in schools, in high schools or in universities. For example, Ezra Pound, Charles Olson, they are taught all over. But living poets, you know, there are many. And it's picking up in England. The other day there was an English poet called Carol Watts. And she was in, do you know her? Carol Watts.
Yeah,
she was in Paris. I missed it last Thursday. But she is a friend of a great American painter, a poet that I know. So poetry, but there is absolutely no money in poetry. Even novels can make a bestseller. So writers hope for one bestseller, there are thousands who don't sell 10 copies. But at least the possibility is there. Poetry, you're sure you won't make a penny. So, but I think it's a wonderful art. Our society, I think, needs art because the world is unnecessarily tense.
Because of that, because of the wars or conflicts?
People complain about the modern world. Now, I think we have problems, but we forget how many, maybe a few billion people have a good life. Today we have two excesses in visual arts on television, because it's an art, manipulation of the public. Publicity is an art. So you see, it one way it shows that unless you are rich, you are not loved indirectly, because you have to have all these gadgets, and then nice girls smile to you. And then we have another extreme, it's violence. There is never a program without somebody bumping somebody else. Now, when I wrote, how do I know? Well, when I remember I wrote 10 or 12, I thought movies were a model of life. And there was no violence, like today it was more mental, wasn't shown. Today I am horrified at the level of descriptive violence. Like there is a war going on in Yemen today. Well, I think that's dreadful. That the Yemenites have a problem in their business, and Saudi Arabia makes a coalition, bombs the civilians. And then what do we see? We see the president of France, Hollande, going to Riyadh, having his picture taken with the people of this coalition, and selling to them the most sophisticated airplanes. And the consequence of that image is never explained. So here you are, a writer, but you're a human being. You have to survive, to deal with all these contradictions. And I think everybody alive has a love for life. If you hated life, you'd be dead. If you hated 100%. So we each have an instinct for life. When I paint, I am really happy. I forget, I don't think much. I just do it on instinct. Of course you think, but you don't think in obvious ways. Something thinks in you. If you call that thinking, we call it instinct. I think instinct is a way of thinking. But we say animals have instinct, but they think. Like a cat never jumps blindly.
No,
He waits, it looks for the best corner, doesn't he? Even birds, they look where they're going, so they make decisions. And I bought in a small box some 10 small-size paintings to show what I do. The owner of the gallery wasn't there, but the assistant was there. She put them against the wall, and she started crying. She said, "You mean there is a place that gives you this peace?" And I was surprised that I was coming from California, living in California, and I saw this young woman cry. And she said, "You know, don't show your paintings to the owner of the gallery, because we don't take that type of painting. We like big, aggressive painting."
And in your poetry, I was reading that the soul and love is important, and they were very strong images. Was that inspired by your partner, or just generally love of the world or country?
Now, this is inspired by the state of the world.
Okay.
I feel love is something every human being has potentially. It's part of us. Let babies love their mother more than any other person. We don't know why. No, but you know, even babies that are not yet conscious, we know of a child that has been adopted, age 15 days, and that child fell ill, missed his real mother. So there is something as attachment, love. There's profound things going on in us.
Welcome to the Irish Museum of Modern Art. My name is Rachael Gilbourne, and I'm going to speak to you a little bit about the solo exhibition of Etel Adnan. In this exhibition, there are leporellos, paintings, poetry, books, and 2 films. The exhibition aims to capture the diversity of Etel's work and do so in a way that also captures the essence of how she approaches life and art. Etel is one of the most influential artists of the 21st century. In this exhibition, there are 23 paintings. They range from works that were made in 1995 to 2013. And they range from abstract works to landscape paintings. Etel began painting in the 1960s, and as a writer, it was a new way for her to communicate visually using colour and shape. The leporellos in the exhibition, such as the one behind me, which are like concertina books, feature ink pots and organic imagery and Arabic writings. They were a way for Etel to fuse her writing and her painting. Using these concertina books, Etel's works can unfold like a river. The other aspect of the exhibition is film, and there are 2 films in this exhibition. One is the first film that Etel ever made. It's a collage of Super 8 footage that she took in the 1960s, and it shows a mix of cityscapes and sunsets and images of nature. The other film in the exhibition is by the Etel Group, who are a UK-based duo. The film is called I See Infinite Distance Between Any Point and Another, and it is a reading from Etel about Sea, which is her epic poem that she wrote in 2012. In the poem, Etel captures reality as metaphor. In the first room of the exhibition is a song cycle played on a loop, and it was commissioned by Thomas Buckner and performed by Andrea Lockwood. It gives the exhibition a real 1960s vibe and brings energy and vitality and shows the influence of music on Etel's work. With this exhibition, Etel wanted IMMA to really bring her work alive. And with the diverse elements throughout the show, it captures a pivotal moment in the artist's career.